What's up, YouTube? So I haven't been able to find any tutorials on how to replace one of these engines on one of these bins, so I decided to make a tutorial. And I also didn't find in any videos people taking the engines out from the front, and that's what I ended up doing. I just popped the hood and I was able to pull it out that way. I'm gonna give you a quick rundown on what I did to take out the engine, and then after that I'll show you the long version and how to actually take it all apart. So please subscribe. Thank you so much for watching. Alright, unfortunately I haven't cleaned it yet, but I bought this Mercedes Benz. It's a C250 and I bought it with a blown engine. I'll show you where it blew up. It shot a rod through right here. There's a big old hole right there. Shot a rod. And I was looking through YouTube all over, and I saw people unbolting the subframe and pulling the car up. And as you can tell, I'm in a garage. I don't really have a lift like that, so I ended up pulling the engine from the top out. So the basic rundowns on all you have to take apart: you got to take off this hose. Obviously, everything in here. You don't have to take out the radiator. You just got to take out the fan. You don't have to take out the intake either. I don't know why I took it out. You really don't have to. You just like unplug this, and then for the wire harness, it's super easy. It's just these right here. It's like 2 plugs for the ECU and 2 more plugs right here. Pop them out. This back hose, heater core hose, and did I say this hose? This hose, I just took this whole power steering reservoir off, the power steering hose off, and then from the transmission I just unbolted from the drive shaft. I didn't take the drive shaft apart or anything. I just unbolted 6 bolts down there, and then the transmission mount, 3 bolts to the turbo, and that's basically it. It wasn't crazy. You don't even have to take off the hood. Look, the hood goes up so high. I just raised it up. Look how vertical it goes. That's pretty sweet. So I just pulled it out. Not too bad. Another thing, you do need some torque bits and E-bits. And these engines are extremely expensive. I could not find a cheap one to save my life. Nothing shy of $3 grand. But hopefully this helps you if you're in this situation. And give me a subscribe or a thumbs up if this helps you. Thank you. I haven't found much videos of people removing this engine on YouTube, so I'll make a tutorial. I've already took off the intake because I was able to find a video on how to remove the intake. I'll post that in the section below. Right now I just took off all the coolant lines, and they were super easy. All you do is raise these clips and then pull them out. And I try to catch them, but I didn't. So I removed the coolant lines. I removed the intercooler couplings too. Same thing, just pull it and pull out. I really like the way Mercedes are built. It's been pretty easy to take things apart. If you know these, if you work on these cars often, I feel like it'd be super easy to work on them. But you just need to figure out the little tricks here and there, you know, to take the hoses off and all that. There is some brittle plastic here and there, like on the intake. But other than that, it's been pretty nice taking this apart. I also I loosened this piece. It was just sitting on the intake, and you just pull it out. And this is what the ECU's on. So I'm gonna unplug that and then see what else we gotta remove. ECU is pretty easy. There's 2 clips right here and another one right here, and then it looks like it just slides out. All right, so now we gotta remove these little plastic clips from here, and I'll see what to do next. Okay, it looks really nice. Everything connected to the body. Looks like it was connected from here and here. So hopefully just pull this. We can hopefully take this out. Let's see. Oh, there we go. So we just had to pull it. Keep pulling. Boom. Not bad. Not bad. And it looks like the same for right here. It's kind of hard to do it without two hands, so I just basically did the same thing. Now our ECU's out. Let's put that somewhere safe. Hopefully it doesn't get wet. All right, so we disconnected from the body. Check. It looks like we disconnected everything. I'm gonna say back here, we're gonna be able to see, but oh, I'm already seeing this right here. The heater core lines. I think we're gonna just remove that one, and then I'm gonna guess there's probably a ground back here or something. But other than that, looking underneath the car, it looks like everything's disconnected. We will find out once we get the cherry picker in there. All right, we removed this box. It was easy. It was just some clips, the ECU. I might disconnect the ECU here in a little bit. But now I'm trying to see all the wires that connect from the engine to the body, which it doesn't seem like a lot so far. I need to get underneath and really check back there because I haven't seen any really right here. And remove those. We need to remove this power line, which looks like it might go to the starter or something. And yeah, that's where we're at right now. So I'll continue. And also I need to remove the belt and take off the AC compressor because I don't want to open that up. Okay, I used a T55 and went down. I think it might be a 260. It was a little loose, but it was really not that hard to move this. Yeah, it's not that hard. So I removed this, and time to remove this air compressor. Also, if you're thinking of doing this and you don't have torque bits, you definitely are gonna need torque bits like the, I guess the star socket sets and these two. They're very important with these German cars. All right, here's the update. I removed the power steering line. Here's another bolt. It was like a 10 millimeter, this Torx bit, and then a 13 millimeter down there. It's hanging, draining down in that bucket. Now I'm gonna remove the transmission lines, which one of them's right here, the other one's right here. I'm just gonna remove them from the body of the engine, which is down there, because when I pull the engine, I don't want them to be attached. And I think that's it, except for I need to check around the wire harness, and oh yeah, this wire too. So I need to check around the wire harness. It looks like this. I probably have to remove this as well. So here's one of the transmission lines right there. This is the front of the engine. It's kind of hard to see. Okay, here's for retrospect. All right, we're underneath the car. We go underneath this part and we follow the transmission lines. Here's one of them, and it's gonna, I see two E10 bits, and there's probably another one back there, and there's one right here, and then another one back here. So I'm gonna remove those. We took off this little cover that was right here, this little metal piece right there, because it's gonna get in the way of the line when we're gonna try to remove it. And this transmission line had 3 bolts, one right here, and then one back here. Yeah, so take those out. This one only had 2 on this side, right here and back there. And now we're gonna double check, make sure nothing else is installed, like a power steering line or anything. All right, now time to remove the exhaust from the turbo, and that's 13 millimeters. And this last one's a little hard to get to. All right, after we remove the turbo, we gotta remove two 13mm these brackets. It's one of these that goes right there. You just gotta remove it, pop it out. Same right here, and now the exhaust should fall out. Now it's hanging. Yep, it fell off. So that's good. We unplugged the O2 sensor. So we gotta route it out of the way. We want it to get caught. What the hell? Okay, there we go. Now the O2 sensor should be out of the way. Bam. All right, not messing with the engine at all. We got this disconnected. This is two, goes up there. All right. Yeah, so we got that disconnected, and then to remove the O2s, they're just right here. This is the two we just removed. This is the other one. I'm trying to figure it out right now. And once I remove that, exhaust should be done. And I think I'm gonna pry it right here. All right, so next, motor mounts. Then all the bolts holding the transmission to the engine. And then we're gonna find the torque converter bolts that hold the torque converter to the flywheel. I'm thinking, I can't find anywhere. I'm thinking it's somewhere in the starter, maybe underneath this intake, but we'll take out the starter, see if we can take them out there. If not, like I'll do some digging online. All right, so next up is this coolant box thing. Take off the clamp from there, pulled it. Now this is out. Oh my God, that is oil, and that is great. Shit. Maybe some kind of oil air separator. I thought it was coolant, but that was definitely some oil. All right, so hopefully that doesn't leak. We got a leak. That is, oh, that's a power steering pump. So that was power steering reservoir. Cool, got that out. I don't know if that looks great for a turbo. Maybe not. All right, next up, pull this bitch. Yeah, it looks like we're gonna pull it from these. Oh, coolant in the back. Okay, I finally got this out. It just took a while because I was scared of breaking it and pulling on it too hard, but I just took a screwdriver behind it and kind of like pried it out. That's how I was able to get that out. So now, we just need a few more things here and there. Let's get underneath. Almost all the way through taking this engine out, I just had a crazy realization. So the engine is locked up, so I can't rotate it. So that means I can't take the pressure plate bolts off. How the hell am I gonna separate it? I guess I'm gonna take out the torque converter. All right, do not forget to remove the fuel line. There's one right here, and there's one underneath the car over there. Also, I removed the coolant hoses since I'm gonna take the transmission cooler with me. And now we just need the motor mounts. I believe it's just one bolt right here and one on the other side, and then the transmission bolts. The ones holding the mount in should remove it, pop down, and this whole thing should go. So yeah. All right, so what I decided, since I gotta pull the engine, I'm gonna pull the transmission too, because if I gotta remove the torque converter, I don't think there's enough play right here. So I don't know if you can see that, but this is like the front of the engine, or the front of the car, like the frame, the subframe, and the oil pan's gonna smack it. I'm gonna try to pull this engine out. So all we have to do is remove this way up there where that blue thing is. It's real easy. It's just a clip. Yeah, remove it and then drop it back. I removed the exhaust mount right here. Drive shaft bolts. I'm hoping it's just these three, and if it's not, I'll learn very soon. Now there's 3 bolts right here, and also this bar right here. So now I'm gonna take off all these 3 bolts, all these, and then the transmission. Probably put a jack under here, and then we should be able to remove it. I'm trying to figure this shit out. I really am. Should I take out this? I don't know if I should take these out too. We'll figure it out. Alright, I decided I'm gonna take these out just in case. I know you probably don't need to, but I'm gonna bring a jack back here, and I don't want to be coming back and forth, you know. So I'll just take them off just in case, and when it comes apart, I'll figure out how it goes together. But yeah. And the way I'm doing that is sticking 18 millimeter back here, and then with I think it should be a 60, but I'm using a 55 and getting away with it, but it's a little loose. See, looks a little loose, but it's either a 55 or a 60. All right, so now I got a jack on the oil pan, and I'm gonna remove the last 2 bolts holding the transmission in. All right, I can't do this with 2 hands, so you gotta trust me that I'm gonna. Okay. Here's one side. Oh yeah. All right, I removed it. There it is. All right, I removed it. As you can see, the drive shaft is still in place. This is the little piece that's gonna stay, so hopefully when I try to pull it, it's just gonna separate these two, hopefully. And now we just need to remove the 2 motor mounts, and we should be solid. This was my first time removing an engine from a Benz, and I thought I was gonna break a bunch of stuff, but honestly, it was really elegant the way all these parts are put together. And it wasn't that hard.